What is going on there, guys? Today, another video. We're going to be talking about how to increase the value on some of your NFL Draft 2025 players. There's a new release today allowing you to upgrade, allowing you to be able to craft the cards that you already own. The downside is that you're going to be required to burn away players that are a part of your inventory, the extra cards that you don't need to necessarily use. So I am someone that has a lot of these extra cards, duplicates, and so today, right now, I'm going to be taking ahead and I'm going to be burning away my duplicate cards so that I'm going to upgrade my Matthew Golden and then also the Maxwell Harrison cornerback. Why am I picking Maxwell Harrison? He was a Kentucky Wildcat, and I think that he's probably going to be most likely one of the players that's going to fulfill his lore stipulations. So the other person to pick was the Ravens. Let's see, Malik Starks. So I'm not picking Malik. I don't have faith that he's gonna fulfill his stipulations. The third choice that you have that you could pick yourself is gonna be Campbell, Mr. Campbell from the Philadelphia Eagles, but I also do not have faith in him fulfilling his stipulations. So the best bet, the best card that you guys can upgrade, who I definitely think is going to fulfill his stipulations, is the Matthew Golden, the lock card. So what's happening is there are, I believe, 3,500 to 5,000 of each of these non-rare, non-mythicals, non-legendary, I meant to say. So what happens is they're extremely invaluable and you can't really use them. But today there was a new release, the ability to craft these cards. So if you go into the season and I click on crafting, it's loading. There's going to be a select number of players that are able to be upgraded. Now, the purple cards, I think that the deal is absolutely terrible. I think that you're just losing money. So you're required to put in the draft card itself, Abdul Carter, another legendary draft card, an epic, a rare, and as well an Abdul Carter base card. So you have to spend five NFTs and two of them being legendary to be able to retrieve the Abdul Carter limited edition, one of 100. So there's only 100 of each of these being created, but the cost is too high. So it would be interesting if this card was going to get upgraded stats due to the crafting, but he remains a 188 overall. So you're crafting a 188 into a 188 one of 100. So you're gaining rarity, but the cost is just really too high for these purples. So scrolling down, we have Matthew Golden and also the Maxwell Harrison. So these are the two cards that I'm going to go ahead and craft because I think it's the best value. Now, this, we'll talk about that at the end. But so let's just get into the best part. Matthew Golden. This is going to be, I'm going to lose points. So my Matthew Golden, I have him at level 9. I'm pretty sure after I craft, he'll be level 1 again. But whatever. So Matthew Golden, level 9. And then I'm going to sort by name to make sure. So this is a level 1 duplicate. Then we need another card. Here we go, level 1. All right. So that's going to take a sec. Let's get into the Maxwell Harrison. And now that disappeared, so that's a good thing that it disappeared. So you have the choice. You can pick whichever one of these players. If you're an Eagles fan, I recommend you take the Eagle. But I'm just picking on based which card I believe is actually going to fulfill his stipulation. So I just see out of the three blue, Maxwell Harrison, I think he has the most talent. So you can see this is a high cost. I'm going to be spending NFTs as well as a base card and the Maxwell Harrison. So, I don't have an issue with it because I'm gaining rarity, but I wouldn't do this too many times. I'm only going to do it twice. So this is another card where I'll be losing stopwatches because he'll be replaced with a level 1 and he's a level 9. But whatever. That's what we're doing. I need to filter it every time. Okay, this one. It's kind of weird that the blue card has a higher cost than the Matthew Golden stipulation. Let's see. I should have... Just like that. Okay, so another craft. Let me just make sure. I just want to make sure. Yep. So there goes 4 NFTs to receive a 1. I'm going to get 1 NFT in return, but they're extras, so it's not like I'm spending cards from my 15 players that are needed for the legendary synergy. These are just extra cards that aren't even providing synergy perks. So if you have extra cards and you can afford Matthew Golden, I would take Matthew Golden, but since I had enough extras, I was able to do 2 upgrade cards. So craft rewards ready. That's a new update. Might be at the front. Interesting. So here it is. I would very much like to collect. Chichiga. Yep, and he's level 1, but whatever. Real quick, we'll talk about at the end. At the end of the crafting store, there is the option for you to trade epic or above cards for weightlifting trophies. This is a good value if you already own enough of the epic or aboves and you're just looking to get rid of them. So, I mean, I personally wouldn't take this deal because I think it's better to just hold on to the cards. I don't like selling cards, but if you're someone that needs to purchase weightlifting trophies, this is actually a better deal than buying weightlifting trophies. So, it's cheaper to trade these NFTs if you're someone that is like extremely low on these. This is a good value. So, let's just right for the end, let's check and see if the card is done cooking. It looks like it is. Let's go. Maxwell Harrison. So this is a 1 of 100. I don't know what number it is. I'll have to go onto the Mythical Marketplace to check later. But regardless, I improved the value of my NFTs. And this is something really simple that most players who purchase the $9.99 Battle Pass, the Season Pass, if you purchase that, you too could be able to at least get the Matthew Golden. That's probably the best card. Now, the one thing about Matthew Golden is that it's a lock, so that means you cannot sell that card. So if you are looking for a card that you want to be able to sell, definitely craft one of these blue cards. So that's up to you. I like Maxwell Harrison, and I don't like the other 2 players enough to want to go ahead and trade for them. So one less. Let's just see them in the inventory. Hopefully they transfer it over. All right, let's see. There they are, Matthew Golden and Maxwell Harrison. Thank you and have a great day.